Dear students, in yesterday's lecture we studied the last configuration of the BZT, and that is known as common collector configuration. Same configuration we can call it as a voltage follower or emitter follower whose voltage gain is always nearly equal to 1. Mostly it is less than 1. It is used as a buffer amplifier to match the impedance. Friends, today we are going to study next subtopic that is known as graphical determination of H parameters, especially for BZT in common emitter configuration. Dear students, we have studied the H parameters in paper number first in the last semester for the two-port network. You consider two-port network as a black box which has two inputs and two outputs. By knowing input voltage, input current, by knowing output voltage, output current, these hybrid parameters you have already studied in paper number first. Friends, same H parameter we are going to revise at first, and then we are going to apply this parameter to be calculated for BZT in common emitter configuration graphically. That's fine. Our main aim is to calculate the H parameters by using input and output characters IV characteristics of BZT in common emitter configuration. Let me begin with this side. Friends, we know that H parameters in general for any two-port network which we have already studied are represented as, for which you are well aware, the first parameter is H11. We can represent it as a HI, and it is defined as the ratio of VI upon II. That is, it is a ratio of input voltage upon input current, V for voltage and I for input. So this I for current and small I for input. So that's why we can say it is a ratio of input voltage VI upon input current II. Voltage upon current is resistance. For complex aspect, we can call that as an impedance. Accordingly, we can say H11 equal to HI, and that is known as input impedance when output is open circuited. That remember, already you have studied it, just we are revising. First parameter is H11, that is represented HI. H represents a hybrid. 1 means the terminals, especially. I for input impedance. By definition, we can say ratio of VI upon II to be treated as input impedance when output is open circuited. Second parameter which you already studied, it is H12 is equal to HR. R for reverse transfer ratio. H for hybrid again. Reverse means opposite, converse. It is defined as the ratio of input voltage VI to the output voltage VO. O for output again. It is to be treated as reverse transfer ratio when output is short circuited. Next one is H21. It is equal to HF. HF means forward current gain. It is a current gain, try to remember. Obviously, it is a ratio of output current IO upon input current IR. And it is stated as forward current gain when input is open circuited. Next one is H22. It is equal to HO. It is output admittance. It's called as output admittance. So that's why it is a ratio of output current IO upon output voltage VO to be treated as output admittance when input is short circuited. Friends, if you look to this, all these are the combination of impedance and admittance. So that's why these parameters are called as the hybrid parameters. Now these are the hybrid parameters in generally which we have defined now, to which we have already studied in paper number first. I am again repeating because you should go to that particular aspect for the paper number 1. Just we have considered here summarized aspect of H parameter for two-port network. By using them, now we are going to determine the same parameters for BJT in a common emitter configuration graphically. So that's what we can say. Now for BJT in common emitter configuration, there are input and output parameters. Parameter can be determined by input and output IV characteristics. To determine input H parameters, draw input IV curves or IV characteristics. We know how to plot the IV characteristics of BJT in a common emitter configuration. We studied the circuit diagram that is used to plot the IV characteristics of common emitter configuration of BJT, that is input as well as output. The plots are already we are aware. So these are the graphical representation of the input characteristics, which is the graph of IB versus VBE, common emitter. When common emitter, input is applied to the base and output is taken across collector. Naturally, by using the circuit diagram which we have studied, by using that, you can plot the IV characteristics. I will not go details of this because already how to plot the input IV characteristics we have studied in BJT as a common emitter configuration. Same characteristics we are considering here. For your reference, I can say input IV characteristics are nothing but the graph of IB versus VBE. On y-axis, IB is taken, on x-axis, VB is taken. We have these particular characteristics. We have interpreted these particular characteristics in BJT as a common emitter configuration. So that is not part of today's lecture, but we are considering this lecture to calculate the H parameters which just now we have introduced. To determine the input parameters, we are going to consider the input characteristics, and to determine the output parameters, we are going to consider the output IV characteristics. So now we are interested to determine the input parameters of BJT in common emitter configuration. So that's why by considering the graph of IB versus VBE, which is represented here, what to do further? To plot the first parameter, draw a tangent to any of the curve like this. Find its slope. So simple. What to be done? Select any one of the curve, draw a tangent at a particular point like this, you know the tangent, then find the slope. Slope gives the value of delta IB upon delta VB. Here is a delta IB, and here is a delta VBE. Slope equal to delta IB upon delta VBE. What is delta IB? It is change in input current, that is change in base current. Delta VB, it is change in input voltage, that is change in base to emitter voltage. Take the reciprocal of this slope. When you take the reciprocal, we can get the ratio as inverted, that is delta VBE upon delta IB, and we know that voltage upon current is the resistance, which already calculated in common emitter configuration. So that's why 1 upon slope is nothing but input resistance Ri, and that's equal to delta VBE upon delta IB, for which we are well known. Same parameter, here we can call it as now HI. H for hybrid, I for input impedance, and E for common emitter. This is the meaning of terminology. H for hybrid, this I for input impedance, E for common emitter. So HIE is the H parameter of input impedance. This is the first parameter which we have calculated. This HIE in general we can call it as it is H11 or HI. For common emitter it is HIE. It is a ratio of delta VB upon delta IB, which can be calculated by drawing the tangent to the particular curve and finding its slope. Now, to calculate the second parameter, that is HR. For common emitter it is HRE. Again H for hybrid, R for reverse transfer ratio, and E for common emitter. This parameter can be calculated. Select any two curve. Say this curve and this curve I have selected. Draw a line parallel to x-axis. This will intersect to selected curve at respective these 2 points. Draw a line perpendicular on x-axis like this. You will get here two values of VBE. Say this is say VCE1, this is VCE2. Next, here is a VBE2 and VBE1. You have VB1, VB2, VC1, VC2. By knowing these values from the graph, we can say by definition it is the ratio of input voltage upon output voltage. So that's how we can say it is VB2 minus VB1 upon VCE2 minus VC1. VB2 minus VB1 upon VCE2 minus VCE1. VB2 minus VB1 is delta VBE, and VCE2 minus VCE1 is delta VCE. So it is a ratio of delta VBE upon delta VCE. That is change in input voltage upon change in output voltage represents the reverse transfer ratio. Everywhere E represents for common emitter configuration. This is how the two input parameters one can calculate by using the input IV characteristics. Let us go for calculations of output parameters. Obviously for that we have to plot the output IV characteristics, which is the graph of IC versus VCE, which we have already studied. We are considering that graph directly here. In this particular graph, again find the slope. Means consider any of the curve, draw a tangent like this, find its slope. What I am going to do? Draw tangent, select one of the curves. So suppose I selected this curve, and to that draw a tangent like this, find the slope. The slope gives delta IC upon delta VCE, which is the ratio of output current upon output voltage. It is the ratio of current upon voltage, that remember. That's why it is HOE. It is output admittance for common emitter configuration. H for hybrid, O for output admittance, E for common emitter, which is the ratio of current upon voltage. So that's why it is delta IC upon delta VCE, which can be determined from the graph. Draw a tangent to the selected curve like this. Find its slope. Slope gives delta IC upon delta VCE. That ratio gives you the output admittance for common emitter configuration, which is the third parameter. Current gain, which you already calculated for common emitter configuration when we have studied. What to be done? Keep VCE constant, say 5 volt, or draw a line parallel to y-axis from that particular 5 volt. Select any two curve, extend these two curve on y-axis. For those selected curve, you will get two base current IB1 and IB2. For two base current, you have two collector current IC1 and IC2. By knowing these values from the output characteristic curve, we can determine the current gain beta, which is the change in collector current, that is IC2 minus IC1, upon change in base current, that is IB2 minus IB1. IC2, IC1 and IB2, IB1, we are going to select from any two curve which you have selected from the graph. This ratio is nothing but change in IC upon change in IB, delta IC upon delta IB, and that is called as HFE. H for hybrid, F for forward current gain, and E for common emitter configuration. So it is forward current gain for common emitter configuration. So like this, all four parameters one can determine by using input and output characteristic curves as far as BZT is considered to be used in common emitter configurations. Friends, thus we have determined all four parameters, that is HI, E, H, RE, HOE and also HFE, which are same as that of H11, H12, H21, H22 in general for two-port network, and these parameters are for BZT in a common emitter configuration can be determined by using input and output respective characteristic curves. Dear students, that's all about determination of H parameters by using the IV characteristics of BZT in common emitter configuration. Friends, here we are completing third topic of your syllabus. Next time we are going to study some numerical examples which are required to be solved on this particular topic. One more announcement I want to make, and that is home assignment will be given to you based on completed three topic. You have to write it and send it on my mail ID. And the questions for home assignment are placed on your WhatsApp group. So keep in touch with the WhatsApp group so that a notice for home assignment, questions for home assignment are going to be provided on the WhatsApp group. So that's all about today's lecture. Next time we'll go for numerical examples which are expected to be solved on this particular topic.